That is great, right? That shows your skill set.
Whoever picked that is great. I want to shake that.
Right, okay, all right. That is Grammy-nominated artist with a story just as powerful as his music. From growing up under apartheid, we're going to turn your mic on while I read this intro, to international stardom, he is bringing his blend of jazz and R&B and gospel to the DMV. We're talking about Jonathan Butler because he is performing tonight at the Bethesda Theater as we, Jonathan, this is insane that you were on the ground playing that song.
Whoever picked it, it's so funny. I was in Brazil and this amazingly upright bass player, a young kid, we decided to do a Sting song, in the 80s evening. And we just got crazy and I ended up on the floor with him.
And you kept it going.
I kept it going.
You kept it going.
Yeah.
Right. You've had an incredible journey. What moment really changed everything for you, or what jump-started your career and got you going?
You know, it really started in my home. You know, my parents, my mother was a singer, my father was a singer. Everyone in the family. We're 13 kids.
What'd you say?
13 kids.
13.
I'm 13, and I was the baby.
You were the last of 13?
I was the last of 13, and I heard so much music in the house every single day, and I think that was my first love.
Okay.
My first love for music was hearing music coming from the house every night, every morning. And my parents used to put on shows, variety shows, just to promote the kids, you know, on the weekends. And one day they discovered that I could sing. Okay. And so my mother made me an outfit, like a James Brown outfit. And the first song I sang on that night was Delilah by Tom Jones.
Okay, so you had a James Brown outfit.
Yeah.
But you sang Tom Jones.
Because I thought Tom Jones was black, because I didn't ever, you know, we didn't have TV back in the 70s, so I didn't know. I just liked the guy's voice.
Right,
you know?
okay, all right, and it all worked out for you.
Oh man,
it all worked out.
People threw money on the stage and I knew I had a career.
Right, right. But you know, what's interesting to me is you were the last of 13 kids. So you know what they say about the last kid? The last kid is always a spoiled one.
Well,
is that true? Is that true?
I'm kind of spoiled.
Yeah.
But I kind of had to spoil myself because my mother had 13 kids then, and life was difficult challenges, daily challenges.
Yeah.
You know, growing up in an impoverished family.
Right.
Lack of education.
And this was during apartheid. You grew up in South Africa.
I grew up in the system.
In the system of
apartheid and segregation.
Yeah.
And so,
how did that shape who you became as a person and in music-wise?
It really did. I think, you know, when you grow up in a country like South Africa during the apartheid, it shaped my life amazingly. It's still, there's still things about me where I feel hypersensitive about where I am and who I'm dealing with, and it's shaped my music. It forced me to speak through my music what I felt was injustice, because we had to play in places for whites this night, we had to play for blacks this night, then we had to play for coloreds one night, and we couldn't stay in hotels. You know, everything was censored during the time that I was growing up. So it shaped my life, the hardship, the disappointments, the setbacks, because if you were black, you would record a whole album one day. And if you were white, you had 6 months to make a record. So we had to literally make a record and go on tour.
Wow.
Make a record and go on tour. And so my main, I always say this to people, my determination and my inspiration came from my mother, because she had a hard time raising 13 children. So my very first wages, my paycheck was 25 Rand. What 25 Rand means in the US today is absolutely maybe 25 cents.
Wow.
But my wages went to my mother, and so that was my determination and my inspiration to keep going.
And now here you are, getting ready to perform at Bethesda. Well, look, we're out of time, so thank you for coming in. People can come and check you out.
Tonight at the Bethesda Supper Club Jazz.
It's we know where it is. We know where it is.
You know where it is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But you're not going to DJ tonight.
Oh, there's no DJing for me, or singing, none of that. I'll be sitting.
Yeah, please come out and see us tonight. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you. The legendary.
You're so welcome.
Jonathan Butler.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.